and you love taking risks, then this chess trick might be perfect for you. With this trick, you can completely surprise your opponent, and in the end, I will show you the secret of unlocking this trick. That's why make sure to watch this video till end. So let's go. You will be playing this with pieces when your opponent starts the game with pawn to d4. You will respond with e5. This opening by black is called England Gambit. This is a bit risky opening and I won't suggest you to play this in a tournament, but most of the people have no idea how to reply to this and they end up falling for trap because they are getting a free pawn and it's hard to resist, so they capture it. Then you will attack the pawn with your knight and white brings out his knight to support it. Then you will move your queen to add another attacker. To defend the pawn, white will have to move his bishop. In next move, you will surprise your opponent by bringing out your queen to give him check. If he defends the check, he will lose his bishop. And if he saves the bishop, his pawn is hanging. White has only two options here. First option, which you will often see, is queen to d2. With this move, he blocked the check and also defended his bishop. But now we will take on his pawn and attack his rook. Now there is only one way to save his rook, by playing queen to c3. Now he saved the rook and queen is also defended by knight. But he will be shocked to see your next move, cause you will play bishop to b4, pinning his queen. Now queen can't move and he will have to say goodbye to his beloved queen. If we go little back, and let's suppose your opponent is smart and instead of moving queen, he blocks the check with his bishop. Then here again, you will take the pawn to attack his rook. Now we have reached the critical position of the game. From here, white will either gain advantage or he will fall for our trap. As you can see, rook is under attack. So here, 90% of people go for bishop c3, cause that defends the rook, but also attack our queen. But now, he has fallen for our trap. In the next move, you will play the deadly move, that is bishop to b4. Now he can't take our queen because his bishop is pinned. If he captures our bishop, then we will simply recapture with knight. Now we are double attacking his pawn, but also we are threatening to fork his king and his rook in the next move. To avoid this fork, white has no good defense, and in order to avoid it, white will have to sacrifice his knight. After which you will be a piece up and you can easily win this from here. But in that position, let's suppose he doesn't capture our bishop. Instead, he defends it with his queen. In that case, you will capture the bishop. Now he can either capture with knight or queen. If he captures with knight, he will lose his rook. And if he captures with queen, thinking he might have saved the rook and queen is also defended, but our next move is going to blow his mind, as you will play queen to c1. Now the king is under attack and has no square to go to, and this is a checkmate. Now let's go back to unlock the secret of this trick, so you can punish your opponents when you are white. So let's flip the board and see this position as white. If you are white, you shouldn't make the mistake that 90% of people make by moving their bishop. Instead, you will move your knight to c3. This might look like a normie move, but now, no matter what black plays, white will always get the advantage. Here you will see three common replies that black can play. Firstly, he may play bishop to b4, then you will attack his queen. If he saves the queen, then you will move your knight, launching a triple attack on his bishop, and also threatening to fork in the next move. Here he will have to capture the bishop, then you will recapture with queen. Now to avoid this fork, black has to move his king. But then you will play queen g5 check. As you can see, you have lot of attacking options here. Black can't castle anymore, and this is going to be a very good game for white. Going back, the second common reply by black is to move his knight to attack our pawn. But you can easily defend it by playing knight to d4. And now you are also threatening to attack his queen in the next move. Going back, finally the third most common reply that you will see is that he tries to flee away with his queen by moving it to b6. Then you can attack it with knight to d5, and when queen moves, You can take this pawn and then take on his rook. So this is how you play against England Gambit, but generally people don't know how to play against it. So you should give it a try on your friends. And if you have any suggestions or advice, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. And if you liked this video, then give it a thumbs up. And for more exciting chess videos, to subscribe the channel.